Is your horn tingling? Let's rub horns. Horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up. We are Unicorn Podcast.
Well, good morning, and thank you for joining me down here in the basement for Duster Club. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a difficult market in crypto, but the sun will come out again. And communities like ours that are relentless, that won't give up, are the projects that I believe will be standing tall, will be part of the crypto meme coin Hall of Fame as we move into much better periods of time as we go forward. Sorry, having a little tech issue there. There we go. Now you can see me. So horns up, Dusters. Look, we've got a lot to look forward to, a lot of great things going on. Let's look at some data that was provided from one of our key community members that shows us that what we're doing when compared to other projects. Well, let's look at a comparison to SPX 6900, that what we're doing right now could definitely lead us in that direction that we're all looking forward to. Okay, here we go. From Fixless today, let's look at the journey of two of the strongest movement meme coins. SPX 6900 consolidated for a whole year before it pumped to more than $1 billion, and the price caught up with sentiment. The price caught up with sentiment. It also hasn't gone back to its first year prices. UFD has been consolidating for a year, right? Yesterday, we just celebrated our 11-month birthday. So in these charts, the yellow line is sentiment and the red line is price. What do you think comes next for both? And this is from Lunar Crush. Let's look at SPX. Okay, as you can see, the yellow line going all the way back to October of 2024, more than a year ago. The sentiment, the community was strong and built and built and built. But if you look down here, right, at the price during that period, and that was almost, a whole year, the price didn't move much at all. But then, as you can see, right, sentiment still remained the same, basically, during this period. But price absolutely took off and is still, as Fixless says, way above where it was during that period of massive consolidation. Now, let's take a look at UFD and see what we're doing. And look, none of this is a guarantee, but when we go back, right, to our beginning 11 months ago, as we can see on this chart, right, our sentiment has remained essentially the same. I call that, I'm going to try to do this in cursive, relentless. I went to Catholic grade school. I'm pretty good at that. Well, there you go. That's supposed to say relentless. Doesn't that look a lot like what SPX 6900 did during their first year, right? That represents a community not that is here to stay, right? High quality people that are joining, like you, who are joining this community, putting their heart and soul into this project. Look, we all have different amounts of times, commitments, IRL stuff comes up, but as a whole, this community shows up for each other every single day and builds and builds and builds. I would almost say, look at how steady that has been. Okay. I mean, that is like, actually, let's go back to, hold on one second here. And by the way, much respect for the SPX community, but I mean, their sentiment level, the yellow line, I mean, look, it's a little more jaggedy and then became very much more flattened out, more consistent after their token price took off. And look at ours compared to that for that year. Again, very impressive. I mean, look, we had one dip here, back in probably late August. That must have been when you guys were all at the beach. So, guys, that's what it takes. People coming, showing up, being part of something, being part of a movement, having goals, having common meaning, a purpose, right? Which our purpose with UFD is to prove that fair and good, that the people can win in crypto, that the original founders of crypto set crypto up for the people, by the people, democratization, decentralization, all those great things. And that when we unite, when you unite with your fellow dusters and are motivated, that we truly do create a movement that has soul. So thank you, Fixless, for bringing that up. Now I want to go to our friend Connector. I mean, what an unbelievable member of our community. You know what? As a matter of fact, today, Connector, you are the duster of the day. We'll go through your ceremony here in a second. But Connector says this is powerful. It's time that everybody should understand UFD is something separate, something special, something unique. It will start moving alone no matter what the markets look like. Just a few pieces of the puzzle need to be filled, and history will be written. Don't miss this unique opportunity to join the herd now. Two components to what he said that I think are critical for us to remember as a community. Guys, we really are separate. We really are special, like I have highlighted in yellow there. There is no other project out there like ours, okay? We are, how do I say this? Look, all crypto projects are different, right, at their base core. However, how they were created, how they quote unquote grew, which most of them didn't grow, are way different than how we have evolved over the past 11 months. This has been a 100% community grassroots project. No money, no big money behind what we are doing. We truly have something that's very special, something unique. And ironically, we have the name Unicorn, which represents just that. That's how they represent. They talked about Uber when the company Uber was created. It was a unicorn. It was unique, right? It had never been done before. We are a unicorn in the cryptocurrency meme coin sector. Sure, right? We model ourselves after Bitcoin. We are baby Bitcoin. But when it comes to meme coins, we absolutely are separate. The other thing that Connector said is that at some point we can move alone. We can move separate from the overall crypto and even the overall meme coin sectors. Look at that. What's that thing called right now? Zcash, which I understand. Thank you for all of you who have helped me kind of understand what Zcash is. It's been doing very well despite the overall crypto market downturn. And I believe, right, because we've staked out our claim on the blockchain that UFD has that exact same capacity and capability. And today we have a very special duster of the day, our friend Connector, who has been dedicated to our project, right? Just like you, a lot of you, our friend Fixless, all of you out there. But today we're going to honor our friend Connector. I've talked to him many times. He's a good man and a person who really cares about our community, really cares about our project. I know he works on the Instagram account and works tirelessly for UFD. So on behalf of all of us dusters, right, let's do it together, guys. Is your horn tingling? Horns up. Let's pick up the big golden horn. And today, put it on Connector. Boom. There you go, Connector. You deserve it as much as anybody. So thank you for everything you're doing. And by the way, guys, before we forget, it's a daily tradition. Like he talked about, what he talked about, we could get to a point where we move separate from the entire market. The more of us, the more people that join our community, that buy UFD tokens every single day, day by day by day by day, it's filling up this jug. This jug, right there, 999 million. That's all the Unicorn Fart does. Tokens, beans, coins, whatever the heck you want to call them, that have been created, that ever will be created. If anybody wants to buy UFD, it's got to come out of this jug, right? And this jug is limited. It's finite. It's been neutered, like our mascot, Jasper. but the ability for us to attract new people to our community, it is unlimited, right? We are the project where our community is our utility. Eventually we'll get to a point where if people want to get beans out of this jug, they're just not going to be as many available. We'll call that a bean shortage. Eventually we could have a beanopoly. Okay. And at that point, we will go to Valhalla, 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 Valhalla. Oh, I hope you smile when I do that. I don't know why it makes me laugh and smile. It's loud, it's everything else, but it really is true. It indicates what we have right in front of us right now. Let's listen to what Murad had to say about the meme coin sector. He's got something very important to say, and I believe it relates directly to what we are doing in our project right now. Here we go. Here is Mr. Murad, someone I have great. And then I've got a little funny picture with Murad we're going to look at later.
Don't hold like 30 meme coins. Like hold 1 to 3 or hold 1 to 5 that are very strong this cycle so far, right? Essentially, if like the one thing I would tweak since September 2024 is you have to be more concentrated, right? There's no such thing as diversification with these things. They're all generally going to move in the same direction, but the strong ones are going to go up more during good times and go down less during bad times because they have better people. And the weak ones are going to go up less during good times and go down more during bad times, right?
So that kind of goes along with what Connector said and what I've said as well, that we as a community, as a project, because we do have our land staked in the world of crypto, can get to a point where we are insulated more and more and more from what goes on out there in the general world of crypto.
Sometimes I mean these like multi-week periods, right? And so I would strongly encourage people to like buy strength. Essentially, one very important thing to understand is that right now is like kind of different from 2021, where people were like getting steamy checks and then punting on crypto with that. And then like you could just essentially buy any crypto in the top 300 and it would be like, it would go up, right? Right now, it's not like that. And right now, the market is more selective. The market is more mature, which means that specific people behind the coin, the specific quality of the people and specific passion of the people behind the coin, what's going on behind the scenes, what things are happening. These things are much more important.
See, he's talking about our community. He's probably talking about SPX 6900, but I believe also our community fits into that category. That as the meme coin sector matures, there are going to be, even though there's this unbelievable number of new coins being created every day, every week, every month, that's actually can work to our benefit, because the communities that are strong, the communities that are different are going to stick out. The more, how do I say this? The more cruddy cars show up at the big giant used car lot, the better the 3 or 4 really good quality cars in that lot are going to look, right? Not comparing us, like we're a Honda Accord with 40,000 miles and no accidents, right? And a lot of the other cars that are showing up have been totaled and have 500,000 miles on them, that type of thing.
Now, and you have to be much more selective. I would also advise you to long like category leaders, because I think if you look at the outperformers like in the last 2 years, what investors are doing, both retail and institutional, in my opinion, is they're not gambling at like number 3, number 4 in any category. They're just saying, okay, like I'm just gonna buy whatever. If I believe in the category, I'm just gonna buy that category leader. And again, that's why I like SPX 6900, because I think it's not only the leader in meme coins in terms of performance over the past 3 years, it's also the leader in the movement coin, which I think is essentially a whole new category.
All right. Oh, he said that, a whole new category, movement coins, huh? Has that ever been said about UFD? Yes. Much respect for Murad, much respect for SPX 6900, no doubt about it. But I will put our movement, what you are doing every single day, what we as a community are doing every single day, up against any other meme coin out there. Remember, we've got the secret weapon. We didn't have any big name celebrity. We didn't have, look, let's face it, Murad is a very well-known, very super respected person in the world of crypto, and he got behind SPX 6900. What we've done is with a guy in his basement, okay, who spawned a meme coin as an experiment with $100, and then a total grassroots movement of people, which is what crypto is supposed to be, right? That's what Satoshi Nakamoto, right? And when he set all this up, it's supposed to be what we are doing. I want to believe that gives us massive power, right? The power of simplicity. Jack Dorsey said it about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been so successful because it's easy to understand and it's deliberate. And that's what we are, right? We aren't complicating things. We aren't promising anything. I never promised anything. As a matter of fact, 11 months ago today, when I did the first live stream about UFD, I said, don't buy it. We're so different. The developer said, don't buy it, and meant it from the bottom of his heart, right? We were born in a pool of FUD. And the community, right, created this to what it is today, 11 months older, 11 months later, older, I don't know, whatever, with heart and soul, right? Not a bunch of money, not a bunch of KOLs, not a bunch of BS, not a bunch of promises, not a bunch of empty promises. So 99% of the cryptos that have been created in the last, 12 years, all these great promises, that what they should have been saying is, hey, we're going to create this crypto and try to convince you it's the best thing ever, and then we're going to liquidate you and take all your money. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what a lot of maybe not 99%, but a lot of them have done. We've been completely different, offering people around the world a fair, honest, transparent opportunity. Thank you, Murad. You got me pumped up there, my friend, and I appreciate it. Hey, before we go any further, I'd like to recognize our great sponsors. We've got Ledger, who we're eternally grateful for. The entire crypto world, right? 20% of the world's crypto is secured by Ledger. Their signer devices, the Ledger Flex, the new Nano Gen 5, all their products are recognized as being industry leaders. But what's really exciting with Ledger right now is what they're doing with their new Ledger Wallet. That's their app. They've changed the name of the app from Ledger Live to Ledger Wallet, where it allows you to do everything with your crypto now. Buy, sell, stake, swap, everything, all within the secure Ledger environments. What I use, and I want to give you a little warning, please, if you're in crypto, you want to think about security, and you want to think about it before something happens. Take it from me. You know, I got hacked. Okay. So thank you, Ledger, for your continued sponsorship. And of course, MoonPay, right? The fintech leader. I mean, a week doesn't go by. Last week, it was this big news that they're launching a stable coin service where they're going to be launching stable coins. I mean, it's hard to keep up with everything that MoonPay is doing for crypto, on top of the fact that they are the on-ramp for people bringing fiat into crypto. For me, it was my entry door into crypto. I had no idea. I walked through that MoonPay door, right? Had a great experience and was able to create UFD when I converted my first $100 from fiat US dollars into Solana. So thank you, MoonPay, not just for sponsoring Ron's Basement, but for being a value adder in the world of crypto, creating value in crypto, bringing new people into crypto. And that is so, so important. And nobody's doing as good a job with that as our friends at MoonPay. All right, let's watch some fun stuff. Let's go UFD, huh? Oh, this is interesting. And I don't know a lot about it. Maybe you guys can comment, but I saw this post and I was like, what? I mean, really? Is this really going on? Ralph says that they're relaunching coins, ? The market is desperate. We don't need a Fartcoin 2, a USDUC 2, a MOG 2. you'll notice all these quote unquote communities start to disappear. Keep an eye for the ones that stay working. If they can stick it through these conditions, you've found a gem. He says, buy more UFD here. Very interesting. I had no idea. And I'd like to learn more about this. Like, are they actually creating a Fartcoin too? Like he says, I think at the end of the day, the communities that stick it out, the communities that are strong are going to prove themselves and are going to attract more and more people. We absolutely love this. Upstairs, Susie, my loveliest wife and boss, I almost said assistant, I'd have been in big trouble, sent this one from Charlie Makes Memes. I think this came out a little while back, but it's worth watching again. Charlie made this. This is incredible. Watch this, guys. UFD LFG. Somebody might have to tell me, what does LFG stand for? Let's go. Yeah, that must be what it is. All right, here's another one. This one will bring a smile to our face. This came from Just a Guy. Ignore the bad vibes elsewhere in crypto. Enjoy a relaxing Saturday eating UFD jelly beans. Unicorn fart dust. UFD. This one cracked me up. I think this also came from Susie, so thank you, Susie. There's the cow eating the beans. What happens? Get ready. I'll watch it one more time. Okay, and we talked about Murad earlier. This one's funny. I debated whether I should show this on the live stream or not, but I think Murad has a good sense of humor. He was on with David Goldstein recently. Let me pull this up for you. We'll get rid of the bowl, and we'll pull up this. Yeah, he was on, and I just realized this, so I'm going to listen to this later. I listened to a few minutes. These are two people that I have a lot of respect for. Look, we're all different. We all have different opinions, but I believe David Goldstein is a smart guy and somebody who wants what's best for the world of crypto and for the meme coin sector. And he had Murad on. Like I said, I was able to listen to a few minutes of it, talking about how the meme coin sector will evolve in the coming years. And one of the things they were talking about, the snippet that I was able to listen to, is the fact that there are just like millions and millions of coins out there, and how, well, we talked about this earlier, the good projects will do very, very well. But our friend Good Attracts Good put this out, and I just got a kick out of it. Murad, I hope you have a good sense of humor. I got a lot of respect for you and your community, no doubt. And I forgot to share the screen. So let's go back up here. I can't believe I forgot to share that screen. There's the Goldstein breakdown number 619 with Murad. And then here is the Good Attracts Good funny, what do you call this? Meme, I guess. I don't know if there's. I don't think I see it. Yeah, it's up now. Yep. Thank you, Susie. Susie's watches like you do, and there's like a 5-second delay, so that's why I forgot to share it. But there I am spaking Murad, and who is that? That's what is that? Rage Guy or Rage? I'm not involved in that whole thing. And there's some people in the background on a cart with a donkey getting it away. So I don't know. When I see Murad, he may want to. He may have some issue with me having shared that. But hopefully, Murad, you have a good sense of humor. The UFD community loves you, and we are friends with the SPX 6900 community. I believe there's some great meme coin communities out there, right? Oh boy, I don't have the light on, but you can see him back there. See him in the shadows? Who's on my right shoulder? Huh? Yeah, pirates have parrots on their shoulder. I've got a penguin on my shoulder right there. From our friend Luca Nuts at Pingu. SPX 6900, a great meme coin community. I think the GAT community is great. I know we're good friends with them. I'm a big fan of Frankie LaPena. And there's other communities as well. I know you guys get involved with. That's great, right? We want the good communities to win. And I believe the good communities will win. I believe communities like us, what you're doing with UFD on a daily basis, right? Of movement coin, a coin where we have shared goals, shared purpose, and really we have a soul. Okay. We are here. I mean, we've been here 11 months. Happy birthday again to you, right? Happy birthday to your project, right? Hey, look, I'm a community member. I say it. Maybe it's been too long since I've told you this. This gives you power. You are as much the CEO of Unicorn Fart Dust Meme Coin as I am. We have a whole group of super talented, great people in this community that I believe contribute as much, and some of them at times even way more than I contribute to the project. We all have different things going on in our lives. This is your project, your deal, right? One of our defining characteristics, besides the fact that we are powerfully simple, is the fact that right here, because of you, yes, you, okay, our community truly is our utility. I don't think any other project can say that to the extent that we can. And that started on day one. Trust me, okay? I had no clue what I had created. I had no clue what I was doing. I've learned a lot since then, right? The only thing that I knew from day one was that I was going to treat you the way that I would want to be treated. That's so important, right? And that has served us well. I do believe, right? Like Crypto Vic, our friend Crypto Vic talks about the meme coin Hall of Fame. I'll never forget him saying that. He said that, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, but when I was talking to him a few months back, right, we talked about how we thought the crypto meme coin sector would evolve in the coming 12 to 18 months. He mentioned something about a meme coin Hall of Fame. Yeah, sure. I believe SPX 6900 will be in it. I believe, obviously, Pengu is in it, right? And I believe that Unicorn Fart Dust has as good of a shot to be in it as any other project. We're going to do it in a friendly way. We're going to do it with good attracts good, and we're going to do it with you, okay? Be good to yourself, all right? Today, right now, treat yourself the best you can. That'll help you be good to other people. Take care, and I'll see you next